Statesville, you know the place to go. Drum Landscape Supply, where your gardens grow. From Mooresville to Cornelia, Secret to Taylorsville, they bring the dream to life, they always will. In every town, they got your back. From Moxville to Trumpets, more than that. Experienced hands make your dream complete. Drum Landscape Supply, your garden suite.
Good morning, LKN 8:48. Happy Friday to you. And, you know, when we get to the weekend, I start thinking about those things that I want to do. And what I want to do is hang out in the yard.
That's right.
I want to make my lawn and garden shimmer and shine for all to see. And Jason Drum and his team at Drum Landscape Supply help take care of that. DrumLandscapeSupply.com. Drum Landscape Supply, your local one-stop landscape shop located in Statesville, North Carolina. But Jason and his team, they do deliver to all of Lake Norman, and so you can be sure to hang out and see Jason's here soon, hopefully. And you can also go buy Drum Landscape Supply. The nursery is nothing short of spectacular. I mean, 10,000 different offerings.
Yes, it's huge out there too.
And then
Lots
he's
of
got the
options.
mulch, and he's got the gravel.
The rock, the river rock, the boulders, and then also like the stuff to treat your lawn. I think I said a couple weeks ago we had poison ivy pop up just out of nowhere. I was like, where'd that come from? We didn't plant poison ivy in our backyard. It just pops up sometimes. So the stuff to treat that. On Tuesday, asked about the yard while it's turning brown. So we got some of the stuff to treat the fungus in the yard
There
and
you
got
go.
that taken care of.
So it was fungus.
It was fungus.
It wasn't
yeah.
stress. It was fungus.
No, it wasn't stress.
Okay,
It was
good.
fungus. Yeah, plenty of water. Obviously, we've had plenty of water on the lawn.
It's
so
important.
got the stuff to treat the fungus too. And so then got that taken care of. So not just that he sells all that stuff, but he helps walk you through it. And I think that's what makes it
It's a
special
huge
and
part
different.
of it.
Yeah.
Well, and you got the advantage with the mosquitoes,
Mosquitoes
too. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
all of it. Yeah. So, you know, he goes and he doesn't just say, oh yeah, buy that over there. It's on aisle 4. He actually tells you how to use it and which plants are going to be the best for your yard. And you can bring pictures and talk to him about it. And now he's here with us.
Yeah, Jason, do you do that when people come out to the nursery? Do you say go head on out to aisle 4? Is that how you direct people out there?
No, we'll say, hey, we'll lead you out there and help you find it. So, yeah, I just caught the end of what y'all were saying there, and man, that's really what it's all about. What having this business is about is helping people to make the right decisions in their landscapes and have the right products and use them the right way. Yet just yesterday, I had somebody actually that came the day before, and they were freaking out about this wooden retaining wall fence thing that the builder had put in for them, which was done all incorrectly. And they had a ton of, a lot of retaining wall block already delivered to their house. And they were going to try to do this retaining wall themselves and explain that, you know, they got a quote for $30,000 from a contractor, which actually, after looking at it, that was a fair price. But they thought, you know, they could tackle this, and that's what they needed to do. And after a day or so of talking to them, they showed me some pictures, and I just flat out told them, hey, you want to return this block, that's not what you want to do. So it's things like that, and then helping them find the solution that was going to cost them a lot less to make it work for their yard. And that's the things that I really love doing. It's just, you know, helping people is why I started this business.
Jason Drum of Drum Landscape Supply, your local one-stop landscape shop, drumlandscapesupply.com. Jason and his team located in Statesville, but delivering to all of Lake Norman. So you've been doing this almost 2 decades. Is there like a plant or a shrub or bush or something that sticks out in your mind as like that golden gazelle of a plant for somebody's yard? Like what's like the number one in your mind of a cool plant?
Yeah, so the easiest plants to take care of, especially if you have at least a part sun situation to full sun, that I love that you know, people can watch grow and not care a lot for, are dwarf conifer type plants. So dwarf Japanese cedars, dwarf arborvitae, they're bright, they're colorful, they could be blue colors, yellow colors, and then greens, and those are some of the most successful plantings that people will have, just because you don't have to get out there with shears and trim them. They don't take much spraying. The insects pretty much stay off of them, and they're just easy to grow. And so plants like that are what I like to recommend to folks. Now, our top 3 selling plants, probably mostly because of contractors, because they work every time. Kaleidoscope Abelia, which is a flowering variegated leaf shrub. And then we've got the Encore Azaleas, which bloom spring, late summer into fall.
That's the
those are
is that the
really
Masters one?
colorful.
The azaleas, are those the
Pretty easy to
Masters?
care for.
Are those from the Masters, the azaleas?
That is from Encore. Encore is the group. The Masters. Yes, there are tons and tons and tons of azaleas out there, and most people don't have heated strips in the ground to make them bloom at a certain time, but
Right.
they do there at Augusta.
We'll work on
which is pretty
getting
neat.
those. Yeah, we'll work on
But,
getting those put in my backyard
But
soon.
Jason, also the other thing that's awesome is that you keep up with the trends too on what's nice in that gravel and mulch category, right? And the stone, and keeping knowing how to really add those finishing touches to people's yards. How is the white marble small stone doing? Because that you had a big old pile of that a couple of weeks ago when you showed it to us.
Yeah, it's catching on. Like everything I've sold, I know that it's going to take a little bit of time to catch on with folks, but we've got it right up front there, really bright white. People are looking for those neutral colors, the black, the white, the grays these days to go with the modern homes and modern landscapes. And yeah, that white marble chip, I think, is going to be a great seller for us. It is the brightest rock I've ever seen out there. And you about have to have sunglasses to walk by it on a sunny day. So, but yeah, that and just finding all these different materials that you don't find at, your average landscape yard or in bags at the box store. That's one of my passions as well, is just finding these neat materials that you don't see everywhere, that are cost effective and that we have a good quantity of, because it doesn't do any good if I can only get one load and then never get it again. So it's just all about having that mix and balance in the business, and that's what I really enjoy. I mean, you mentioned almost 2 decades. We've had Drum Landscape Supply now for 14 and a half years, and I actually started part-time after my freshman year of college in landscaping, doing maintenance, and that was back in 1999. So it's been a little while for me. It's hard for me to believe sometimes that I've been in the landscape business over 25 years now, but made a lot of good friends in the industry, and just out here trying to make the world a more beautiful place.
And continue to provide quality service to a lot of folks in the community, and clearly loves it, because we're looking at your backyard right now, and you still take care of your own yard with your own products and things like that. So that's got to say something. So is it easy to say, do you still love doing it every single day?
99% of the time, yeah.
Maybe not on that 136 degree
everybody's
day.
always
Yeah.
got their days,
Yep.
But yeah, it's I really can't imagine myself doing anything else. I've got two kids that are about to, a teen and a preteen, and my wife actually has like 7 more years left as a teacher before she can retire. So I'm always thinking of the future. But whatever it is, all those plans always involve being somewhat involved in the landscape industry. So yeah, it's just something I found. And for all those folks out there who don't know what they want to do, younger people, if they happen to be listening, I studied communications, which really helped me out a lot. I worked for NBC News for 2 years coming out of college, and then went back into the landscape industry. So you may not find your passion right away. It may take it might take a decade or more, but once I found it, I knew what it was going to be.
Jason Drum of Drum Landscape Supply, again located in Statesville. Jason and his team delivering to all of Lake Norman. Jason, this time of year, we're entering into July next week. Crazy to think that, by the way, too, already, that July is already upon us. So we're going to get, it's going to get hot. It's going to get hot. What do we need to do to make sure that our lawn continues to thrive, and our beautiful plants and shrubs that we've been planting, that maybe we did it this past spring, can really survive the hot time of the year?
Yeah, so we had all that rain in May, which was great. It deep into the ground, so that way the roots would grow that direction and hopefully stay stay moist down there. But you do want to continue watering if you're not getting these heavier showers in the evening. Any new plants that you've planted this year, you definitely want to look at watering twice a week. Just checking the soil moisture, doing the finger test that we've talked about, just touching the top of where the root ball is. If the top 2 inches are dry, it needs to be watered. If the top feels moist, then you can skip another day or two. So just staying on top of that for your lawn. If you happen to have a sprinkler system, running it probably about 3 times a week. It's better to run more time 2 to 3 times a week than it is just to run it every day. That is the worst thing you can do for a lawn, is to run your sprinkler system every day, because those roots stay up top. They never go down low, because that's where the water is, staying up top. So keep that in mind if you happen to have that. And if you're watering your lawn with manual sprinklers, just do that about every 2 to 3 days rather than every day. And if you happen to get to the point to where it gets really hot and dry and you start to see your lawn crisp up, the main thing there is, you don't want to apply any herbicides to what you call stressed lawn, because drought stress shows up, as that kind of dry overall look, kind of crispy. And then try to stay off of it a little bit if you can. I mean, I have my lawn out here to use, to play on. I don't have it just to look at. So you may not, that may not be possible. But the good news is the seeding season is just around the corner, believe it or not. July is about to start up, and the official start to seeding season for fescue lawns, according to NC State University, is September 1st. So just around the corner, if you're looking to do some renovations, now's the time to start thinking about it, and we can help you get prepared for it by getting your soil and your lawn ready for seeding this fall.
Jason Drum Landscape Supply, your local one-stop landscape shop. Jason, we so appreciate you, sir. Thank you for sharing the insight. Looking forward to checking in with you throughout July. Stay cool out there, too. Tell the crew, too, drink water and all that. I mean, my goodness, it's hot out there. We so appreciate you, Jason. Have a great weekend.
All right, thanks. Y'all, too.
All right, good morning, fam. Up next, the Home Ad Show. And keep in mind that birthday and anniversary prize where you can win some great stuff there. Have a great weekend, my kid.
Fill it up now, rock, smoke, some soul for your brain spot. Call them up, they deliver on the dot. From